Yo, what's going on, everybody? You've seen it on screen, you've seen the thumbnail, and I sound happy, but I'm kind of just laughing at myself because I recorded this whole commentary whilst realizing my mic wasn't even plugged in. I don't know how I managed to do it, guys, but nonetheless, I found a way. I found a way to do it. Biggest idiot ever. Anyways, go follow the team by star on screen. But let's just get into this video here. Hope you guys got a crack out of that, because that's actually what happened. I'm kind of annoyed now. But anyways, Call of Duty is going to die if Activision and Infinity Ward, and, well, not Infinity Ward, if Activision keeps promoting the bad decisions Infinity Ward has been making, such as skill-based matchmaking and promoting very slow gameplay. And it's not just because, one bad Call of Duty isn't going to ruin it. Yeah, one bad Call of Duty is not going to ruin the franchise. I can name about a billion bad Call of Duty games. Ghost, Advanced Warfare, World War II at its initial launch, Black Ops 4 at its initial launch. I learned to grow on Black Ops 4, but I initially didn't really like it because of specialists, but they changed it. A lot of these games, there's been a lot of bad Call of Duty games. But the thing is if we continue on this bad path of... We haven't had, I guess you could say, a stellar Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare 3. We haven't had a really good Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare 3. And if we continue on this bad path, even though, Modern Warfare sold really well. Yeah, Modern Warfare sold really well, but it sold really well solely because of its name. Modern Warfare is not a good game, and I feel like people who are in denial and think Modern Warfare is the best Call of Duty game, it's okay to think Modern Warfare is an okay Call of Duty game. Everybody has their own opinion, but it is not the best, and I think everybody knows that Call of Duty Modern Warfare is not the best. And I know here comes all the fanboys saying, Modern Warfare is the best Call of Duty game. No, it's not, and you are going to realize it the more often you play it with skill-based matchmaking, unless, you're really bad at the game. But even if you are really bad at the game, skill-based matchmaking inevitably hurts everybody. Skill-based matchmaking essentially makes everybody feel like they're playing against sweats. And if we continue to put this in the game, people are going to get sick and tired of it, because people don't like playing sweaty players. Nobody has, nobody ever will. Right? No one likes playing their own skill level constantly. And it's okay to be competitive every once in a while, right? It's okay to have a competitive shooter. It's okay to have a competitive mode. But if we continue on this path, more and more people are going to leave, right? It's like same thing as if we continue on this path of putting this slower paced gameplay in Call of Duty. Black Ops 4 is an amazing game. It's not as fast paced as Black Ops 3. I feel like it's just a better Black Ops 3 in every single way, in my opinion. But it took us so long to get bare bones and the ability to straight up grind out weapons. That took us how many months? I think Modern Warfare was released when we finally now can just grind out DLC guns of our choice, get 50 reserves, grind them out and get 5 no dupes, and with a little bit of luck, maybe even get another DLC weapon out of those non-duplicate duplicate protected supply drops. Maybe we can get something out of that, right? So I have no idea why. And this has been going on with actually a lot of Call of Duty games, is we've been getting changed so late into Call of Duty's life cycle, and I don't think it's going to be any different with Modern Warfare. Like, World War II got its overhaul so late in its life cycle that the game had already been essentially killed. Black Ops 4 got a lot of its needed changes super late, and I understand, okay, well, maybe, people just initial first impressions don't like it. It's been 5 to 6 months since Modern Warfare came out. People haven't liked it for 5 to 6 months, and we haven't got a single change for us yet. And if this continues to happen, no hardcore Call of Duty fan who's been playing since, I'm going to say, at least Black Ops 1, maybe even earlier, like COD 4, is going to want to continue to play this franchise anymore if we continue to get changes so late into the franchise. Or we're just going to stop buying it on release. We're just going to buy it 5, 6, 7 months later when the game finally gets fixed, right? And Activision hopefully is smart enough to realize this. And you may say, how can Call of Duty be dying when Modern Warfare sold a bunch of copies? And that's because I've looked at Google Trends before Warzone came out, and the Google Trends for Modern Warfare have plummeted until Warzone came out. And I do believe just Modern Warfare trends, they've kind of went up in Google Trends, and that's because we don't have an actual player count, right, anymore. So we have no idea how to gauge that. So Google Trends is basically my best option. But I looked at Google Trends quite a long time ago, and I think it was maybe 3 months after Modern Warfare came out. The Modern Warfare search term has went down. Same with the Modern Warfare 2019 search term, and all that has gone down. And it only spiked back up with Warzone. So, with this happening, it means that people are becoming less and less interested in Call of Duty, right? And I don't know if maybe there's just a lot of player base, maybe there's just not people making content on the game, maybe there's obviously a million different reasons for Google Trends, but it's basically our best representation of, player base, but we have nothing else essentially to gauge player base because Activision decides to hide that from us. And that's another point. Why would you hide the player base if it's as good as you say it is, right? So, me theorizing here, player base isn't as good as Activision's saying it is here. And the COD franchise is actually slowly dying, and that's why they're taking out player base so people don't see this. Because, we're, I guess, a species now that this tends to hop on trends. That's what we've been doing for years, like the Tide Pod challenge, that stupid thing. People tend to hop on trends a lot, so if Modern Warfare ends up losing player base every single day, people are going to hop on that trend, and if they see that Black Ops 4's player counts are raising and World War II's player counts are raising, which, by the way, did actually happen, then, people are going to follow that trend and go to those games, right? Because that's what people do nowadays. Everybody wants to follow these trends and not actually do what, essentially the game that makes them happy. It was like the Fortnite trend. How many Call of Duty YouTubers did you see making videos about Fortnite who probably didn't even enjoy the game? Tons of them. So, with that being said, and this rambling aside, if Call of Duty continues to make its bad decisions, whole video in a nutshell right here, if Call of Duty continues to make its bad decisions, it is going to die. If you want the nutshell of the video, go down in the description. I've always got them posted there. But anyways, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys all next week. Peace out, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.